Hello y'all and welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. As you can probably see, it's a nice sunny day here today. I haven't been outside, so I'm not sure what the weather actually feels like, but it looks like a beautiful day outside. So first I want to start off with a couple of houseplant updates, and then I'll finish up with the romaine Aerogarden that I just started, because there are some cute little things I want to show you over there as well. So I want to show you this plant because I transitioned it. It was in a smaller pot like this little gray one when I first got it, because it was just a small plant. But I noticed that while it was, as it started growing in that gray one, that new leaves would come in and then they would turn yellow. So like some of those smaller leaves that you see here, when they would come in, they would get to that point and then they would just die out. They would turn yellow and die. And I think what was happening is that the plant, because it was in such a small pot, that the roots were too tight together so that they could not get what they needed. Like they weren't getting the room that they needed to grow and get all the nutrients, so they weren't surviving. But since I've moved it into this larger size pot, that I've noticed that, as you can see, it's flourishing. And look at that base, like it's super thick, like the trunk of those. It's actually like two different branches there, but those bases, look how thick they are. And I haven't noticed the yellowing of the leaves anymore. So I think just giving it more space has seemed to work out. And now that's in the bigger self-watering pot, it seems to be doing fine. It enjoys the sunlight. As you can see, it's kind of leaning over that way. So love that for that plant. And that's the Camille plant, in case you're wondering. Also I have, this is a golden, it's not a pothos obviously, peperonia plant. So it does its own thing and kind of stretches and curves and grows however it wants to. I have considered moving it, but it's kind of a delicate plant and I really don't want to upset it, because even though it is growing all over the place and all out, as you can see, it also has some pretty sturdy branches and things. I think I'm just going to leave it there for now, because it doesn't seem to show signs of suffocating like with the other plant where the leaves are growing and dying. So I think it's fine where it is. It's not in a self-watering potter. That's the only thing about it, is that I do have to just water it and let it absorb, which it seems to be doing fine, as you can see. It's funny because this plant tends to look fake because it's so shiny and kind of plasticky looking, but it is a real plant. And when I got it, it was very small. So if I would have known that it was going to stretch and grow all like this, I probably would have put it in a larger spot a long time ago. But for now, it seems to be okay. So we'll leave it where it is until it shows signs that it needs a bigger home. You can kind of see through all of that. There's my aloe plant. I think I'm going to repot this one just because the base of that, as you can see, is so large that it's kind of, I have it kind of secured down there, but it is somewhat off center, so it can tip over because of the weight of the long bigger branches. So I'm considering just repotting that. So you may see that repotted in the next couple of weeks. Let's see, that is a snow white dwarf plant. It's doing fine. It's just regrowing. As you can see, there's some new incoming leaves there on the branches, so they are coming in. This is my bicolor marginata, where I repotted it, and it had its little friend here from the other one. As you can see, it's still doing this thing. Interesting situation with those. So that's pretty much it for the houseplants. Actually, it's not, because I wanted to show you my ZZ plants, which I show quite frequently, but they are really growing and thriving. So I'm going to hop over to those. This is another snow white dwarf plant. This one just has more going on, but you can see it is thriving. And the other one is doing well too. Oh, and one last thing I almost forgot to show is the peace lily. So I do have a peace lily blooming. It's actually backwards, so I'll turn it this way so you can see the front angle. I'll probably turn my plant around, but just wanted to show you guys how it's doing. Of course, the leaves are growing and flourishing, and also I have a, flower, a bloom. So just wanted to share that with you as well before we hop over into the ZZ plants. All right, y'all, so here are the ZZ updates. This is the one that I told you I rescued from Aldi. It was one of those like last chance plants, and as you can see, it has been doing quite well since being in its new home here. All of the lighter green is the new growth, so you can see we have lots of new growth. The very tall branch there, and then there's like the little branch over here as well as right here. All of that is new growth, so it's doing quite well, and it's also sitting next to the Aerogarden. So the Aerogarden, if you missed the other video, this is the Aerogarden that I started where I use the grow your own or grow anything seed pod kit. So basically what Aerogarden did is create it where you can just get the pieces to the pod kit and you can put whatever seed you want in it. And so of course I chose to use the romaine lettuce seeds that I got from Back to the Roots. That was the brand of seed that I used. They're organic, and this is romaine lettuce here. So I planted these myself. As you can see, it's been going for 6 days, and let's check out the progress. Should be easy to see. There is a sprout in every container. Some of them have condensation from the little globes, but yeah, as you can see, everything is growing and sprouting. Some of them are hidden a little bit under the label, but there's something in there for everybody. So I'm so excited. So it seems like the growth rate for these is about the same as the regular Aerogarden kits that you do buy that already have the seed and everything done. So I'm super excited for these to keep growing, and that means more salads are in my near future. So thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for my How It's Growing updates. Please let me know if you guys are growing anything or starting to plant your seeds for the spring. And if you are an Aerogarden person, let me know what you're growing in your Aerogarden. See you next time.